Hello all and welcome to another Kevin Entertainment video. It's Art here with the book review for the Longmire Defense. It's the latest and the greatest Walt Longmire book to come out. It's this year's Walt Longmire book by Craig Johnson. It is a lot like the Netflix series, but different. I've said that before. This book in particular, as I've said in a lot of cases with this book series, it's like putting on your favorite pair of pants, grabbing a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you drink, sitting on the porch and catching up with friends. Well, this one was a little bit on its side a little bit. It was still very, very good, still very, very, very Walt Longmire-esque, but for a lot of the book, he was alone. And that is okay at times, because you do still see the tangential characters like Ruby, Henry Standing Bear, his granddaughter Lulu, his daughter Katie, and all the tangential characters around him and the secondary characters around him still all make an appearance and still all make importance. And they're still all very important, I should say. But since it's called the Longmire Defense, and it deals with Walt's past, it made sense for Walt to be alone in a lot of this, because this was a self-referential journey. But there are some funny things that happen, and the mystery itself and the thrill portion of the book is still there and still on very high octane. It's a very, very good mystery with high thrills, roller coaster ride, a superb climax that ties into his self-referential journey. Easy for me to say, but it all ties back in to his journey from his past to now, and from his family's past to now. Craig Johnson weaves a great story. Another thing that I like that Craig Johnson does, that I don't know if I've said this very much in the Longmire books, is he doesn't use dialogue tags. He lets you know by the context of the scene who is speaking. He doesn't necessarily use dialogue tags, which save space on words, it saves space on repetitiveness, and it just makes it intuitive, because when we talk to each other, we don't say he said, she said, Bob said, George said, Tony said, Art said. We don't say that in our regular lives. We know who's talking by context. We know who's talking by being in the situation. And Craig Johnson does a wonderful job of putting the reader in that situation, only using dialogue tags when it is unclear who may be speaking. So by doing that, he uses them about a third of the time, 2/3 less than most writers do. A lot of writers use those dialogue tags as he said, Ruth said, Walt said, whatever, as a way to puff up the words in the novel. Craig Johnson doesn't do that, and for that reason, the Walt Longmire books just have a flow to them that no other mysteries, or no other books for that matter, really have. They're just written in that professional style of, this is how we speak, so this is how I'm going to write, which makes complete and utter sense. And it makes you become immersed in the world of Walt Longmire, immersed in the world of each story. And it makes each story become more vibrant, become more alive, because it's how we naturally speak and not how it's written on most pages in most books. So that is what makes the Longmire really good from a technical standpoint. What makes it really good from a reader's standpoint is the characters are vibrant, the stakes are always high, it's always a thrill ride, the mysteries are always good, but you feel like the characters in Walt Longmire's world, including Walt Longmire himself, have a life outside of the page, a life off the page, which is really, really, really important. And it makes it just that much more believable and makes that closer to our reality, which makes it easier for us to glide into when we read it. So for those alone, I'm giving the Longmire Defense a full 5 stars out of 5 on the GoodReads scale, a read it, own it, love it on my scale. It's my favorite series. It's one of my favorite series for a reason, and that's because it's written superbly. It has characters that are vibrant and make you want more, and the mysteries are just top tier in that there's tension, there's intrigue, there's suspense, there's a whodunit aspect always, but there's always a small town, small society feel. In a way, they're kind of cozy mysteries. Yes, they're mysteries, yes, they're westerns, but they're also kind of cozy mysteries as well, because even though Wyoming is a huge state land-wise, and Absaroka, while being a made-up county name, is based on the county that Craig Johnson lives in, which is, I believe, Absaroka. I believe that's how it's pronounced for real. It is, however, wide and big. It is a small town feel because the population is small and everybody knows everybody, and it's got that small town, upper Midwestern, kind of northern plains feel to it. And that's what makes it so top notch. It's a read it, own it, love it on my scale. Like I said, it's a 5 out of 5 stars on the GoodReads scale. Go read the Walt Longmire books. If you haven't read them, you are doing yourself a disservice. But that's going to do it for this, because I'm going to gush on too long and start spoiling stuff, which you know I do not do, and I do not do that for a reason. But until next time, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And until next time, happy reading. I'll see you again soon. And peace.